Welcome to Christiana Pranayama. I'm so sorry you're feeling under the weather, but I'm very glad that you're here, ready to do some yoga, ready to get into your body, see how it's feeling, see if you can relax it and unwind it, because it is very important that you listen to your body. When it gets sick like this, it's trying to tell you that there is something wrong, so it's time to slow down, go inside, and listen to what your body is trying to tell you, all right? Before we go on, I invite you to thumbs up this video and click the subscribe button. I post a new video every Monday at 8 a.m. You can either do this class in bed or on a yoga mat. Sometimes if you've been spending the whole day in bed, it's nice just to get on the mat. Change your perspective and where you are. Go ahead and lie down on your back, knees in together, feet heel-toed, about 2.5, 3 feet apart from each other. And just start to breathe into your hips, into the points of contact in your hips, wherever you can feel your tailbone or your hip bones touching the floor, the mat, or the bed beneath you. Start breathing into that. Nice and deep. Feel free to pause this video at any time. If you need to take a break, slow down, blow your nose, get some water. Now, moving your energy and awareness up into your shoulders. If you're holding on to anything, just let it go. Relax those shoulders. Relax the arms, the elbows, the forearms, the wrists, the fingers. And then relax the neck, and the eyes, and the ears. Give gratitude to yourself for showing up today. It's the hardest part of yoga, especially when you're sick, so good on you. And then flutter open the eyes. Bring your right ankle on the outside of your left knee and use that to bring your left knee down to the mat. Doing like an open leg twist. You can open your left arm out, looking over that left shoulder. Just taking a couple breaths here. Bringing that left arm in. You can use that right hand to push your right leg back up, so you don't stress your lower back out too much. Bring that right foot back down to the mat, heel toeing it out again so that you're back in the same starting position. Bring that left ankle on the outside of the right knee and bring that right knee down to the mat. As close as you can. And you can open up the right arm out to the side, looking over the right shoulder. Using your inhale to find something you're holding on to, and your exhale to let it go. One more breath here. Bring that left arm in, use your right hand to pull that left hand to pull the left leg up. Uncross the legs, bring those knees in to your chest, and just start rolling them out. Rolling out that lower back. And roll it the other direction. Great job. Bring your knees back into center, finding some stillness. If you can't hold on to the knees, you can also hold on to the backs of the legs here. And then on the exhale, just open up the knees nice and wide. So you're opening up the hips. You can play with bringing one knee into the chest and then the other. Following this movement, seeing how that opens up. Great job. If you feel like taking a happy baby here, go ahead and do it. You'll grab onto the outer edges of your feet, pulling your knees into your elbows, into your armpits. Fantastic. And then bringing your feet back down to the mat, resting again in constructive rest for a moment, closing down the eyes. Wonderful. Very slowly roll over to one side. Taking all of the time in the world. You can push yourself up into a seated position, keeping your eyes closed if that feels good for you. Coming up into a cross-legged position, hands on the knees. We're going to take a couple of deep inhales here. Breathe in through your nose if you can, but if it's clogged, the mouth is totally fine. Deep inhale in, expand the ribs, let the belly go. Open mouth, exhale, sigh. Another one like that. Deep inhale in. Exhale, sigh. One more and you'll hold your breath at the top. Taking another sip of air. One more sip. Hold for 3. Exhale. Great. Flutter open the eyes. Pause here if you need to blow your nose. Take a sip of water. Otherwise, let's inhale the arms up overhead. And then exhale, bring the arms back down, but twist to the right. You don't have to touch the floor or your knee, but you're welcome to. Inhale the arms up overhead, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hands to the knees, rounding the spine, chin to chest. Exhale, hands up, look up, chin up to the ceiling, big proud chest. And then exhale back to neutral. You can have your hands, palms on top of each other, eyes closed. Feeling into the body, how that made you feel. Check your heart rate. Using your willpower to breathe it slower. Great, another round. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale the arms up overhead. Hands on the knees, around the spine, chin to chest. Exhale. Inhale the arms up, puff out the chest, chin up, look up. Exhale, back down, hands, palms stack on top of each other, eyes closed, feeling into your body space. Flutter open the eyes. That was the first 10 minutes. Now let's move on to the next part. So if it feels okay, go ahead and come on to hands and knees. We're going to do a couple of cat-cows here. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, tuck the tailbone around the spine, chin to chest. 2 more like this, real nice and slow. Inhaling, look up. Exhale, round the spine. One more, nice and slow. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Really stretch into that spine, lifting up the tailbone as much as you can. Exhale around the spine, chin to chest. Come back into a child's pose. Letting your forehead rest on the mat if you can. Take a couple of breaths here. Inhaling back up to a tabletop position. Exhale. Inhale the right arm up, twist open. Exhale, thread the right arm through the left, bringing your right ear down to the mat. Twist good for the lymph. It squeezes all the toxins out of the body like squeezing a wet washcloth. Take a few inhale, exhales here. And then on an inhale, push into the mat with your left hand, open that right arm back up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring it back to the mat. Beautiful. Inhale the left arm up to the ceiling, opening up. Exhale, thread it through the right side, bringing your left ear to the mat. Really breathing into that twist, breathing into any of the tension that you feel in the body. Twisting a little further, wringing out those toxins. And then pushing into the mat with your right hand. Inhale, lift your left arm back up. Exhale, bring it to the mat. Back to child's pose, 3 breaths. You can do a wide child's pose here if you like. On an inhale, come back up to neutral tabletop position. Bringing your knees in line with your wrists. Go ahead and tuck your right toes and press that right heel back. This is as active as we're going to get today, okay? Just kind of pulsing with that foot, with that heel. Now you're going to inhale and bring your foot over to the other side of your mat. Or if you're on the bed, just the other side of your left foot, and look over your left shoulder at your toes. Just take a glance at it. Breathe into that right hip. And then And bring it all back to center. Bring your right knee back down. Shake it out. Tuck the left toes, straighten the left leg, start to pulse back into the heel. Remembering to breathe. Finding stillness. Using your inhale to lift that foot and bring it off to the right side of your mat. Looking over your right shoulder at the toes. Breathe into that left hip. And bringing it back to center. Let's go ahead and sit on your knees, or you can sit on your bum if that's more comfortable for you right now. We're just going to do a couple of facial exercises. So the first thing I want you to do is take your index fingers and put them on the tension parts of your jaw. You know exactly where I'm talking about. Try and let the tongue go, let the lips go. You can close down the eyes and just start rubbing into the jaw right there. Wonderful. Make the motion a little bit bigger and start to bring it out past your jaw and up to your ears, kind of in like a triangular motion, I guess. So you can roll it all the way back, all the way up, all the way down, back, up, down, back, up, down. This will help drain the lymph in your face. And then you can take your index and middle fingers and kind of do like a pumping or like a pulling action, I guess you would call it. So you have your middle finger in front of your ear and your index right behind your ear, and then you push in and pull down. There you go. That helps to release the lymph as well. I wouldn't do this more than 10 times. We're just going to do it a couple more. One more. And then we're going to activate our parasympathetic nervous system by doing some tapping on our collarbones. This helps lower the heart rate, stops the infusion of cortisol into your system. You can tap on your sternum all the way up to your collarbones. I find it helps me more in my collarbones than my sternum, but my husband says the sternum helps him more. So whatever is good for you, whatever feels good. If you're able to start breathing through your nose, I definitely recommend you do my Nadi Shodhana video after this. I'll link it at the end of the video. It's called alternate nostril breathing. It's really good for balancing out both sides of the nasal passages. Beautiful. Go ahead and bring your right ear to your right shoulder. You can put your right hand on top of your head, just as, not to pull, but just as a weight. Letting your head go, inhaling your head back to center. Exhale your left ear to your left shoulder, bringing your left hand on top of your head. Pulling over just a little bit, or not pulling, but just adding a little extra weight. Breathing into that right neck opening. And inhaling it back to center, letting go of the head. Take a look to the right. Inhale back to center. And a look to the left. Back to center. Hands in prayer in the middle of your chest. Bow your head. Thank you so much for showing up to yoga today. I wish you a speedy recovery and all the blessings in the world. Namaste.